This video is continuation of previous part 1 video. I have provided the part 1 video link in the description. Please check the part 1 before going to this part 2 video. In this part 2 video, we're gonna see the CDC changes. So we're gonna make some changes to the tables, and we're gonna see how DMS performs this CDC task. So right now I'm in the PostgreSQL. So okay, the Postgres we have to use this one is the default one. The default. Let me run this again. See, now we could see here. So this Postgres DB and the schema and the test here is the employee. Okay, table is employee here. So already I have two records now. I'm going to insert the third record here. This is my third record. The one record insert. Now I'm going to run this query, select query again. See, now the third record is inserted. And what I'll do is I'll update the old record also. Update table set name equal to modified where id equal to 2 and this one. So one row updated. If you see again, if you run the select query, you could see. So I have the entry as 1 John, 3 new name, 2 modified, and I delete the first record also. Delete from table from where id equal to 1. So I have done 3 operations here: one delete, one update, one insert. So let me run this one. So I've done 3 operations. Let me run this select query again here. So here you could see that 1 is deleted now. Only we have entered 2 and 3. 2 is modified, 3 is new name. Let's jump into DMS and see how to get migrated from source to target. So right now I did not do anything here. Still it is showing as load completed application. Let's me go into S3 bucket. So this is our S3 and the Postgres, the bucket name. Let's go into test and the employee. And you could see the full load is load, that the file name is load this was 001.csv, and for the incremental you find then the timestamp with .csv file. If you click on this one, you will find all the 3 changes whatever they did in the tables. So let's quickly run this query and see. You could see one inserted, one update you have done here. One insert is 3 new name, you to modify this is done. Still the delete is not captured, it comes in a bit later. So I think let's refresh this one and see whether that is being reflected now. So let's refresh this one. Let's come back here. So we did one update and one insert and one delete. So here you could see but here you could see only 2 records. One is the insert and update. I think insert is new name, update is the 2 modified, but the delete has not come so far here. Let's wait for some more time. Let's see here. Let's go into DMS task. So if you go into DMS task, here you can find one insert, one update. The delete is not captured here yet. Let's do one more delete and see how it works. So right now I have only 2 entries in the table. The ID is 2 and 3. Let's run this query. So run this query, goes find only entries 3 and 2. 3 is new name and 2 is modified. Let's delete this one record from this table. I'll delete this ID equal to 2 here. So if I run this form, it's going to delete this one record. And I'm going to insert one more record. This is 5 new name. Okay. So I'll just delete one record and insert one record. Let's see. Insert. Let's run a select query now. So in the table right now we have 2 entries. One is 3 and 5. Let's see in the DMS now. Now I'm in the DMS task. Let's go into DMS and see table statistics here. So you could see now 2 inserts and one update it is showing up here. Let's refresh this page. Refresh. Let's go into the S3 bucket and refresh this bucket. Right now we see three files. So the latest one. So the latest I'll do the modified date. The latest file, this is the latest file. I'll go into this one and check here. So insert file new name. The reason for the delete is not captured in the DMS task is because the table does not have any primary key. That's the reason like the delete was not captured. Let quickly I'll add few more records in the table. I've added few more records in the table. Let's see the original table. I'll select star from the employee table. So if you select star from this table, so you could see here like totally I have close to 4 records right now, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are my new tables. So what I did is I created another table. This is employee underscore new. So I defined ID as a primary key here. So I created one more table here. If you see employee new is primary key. And also added few entries into the table. And if you see that entry here, so I have 4 entries in the old table and I have 3 entries in my new table, 2, 3, and 4. Let's quickly go into DMS task and how I configure this one. Then we can run delete the entry here and then see how it works. I have created one new CDC task, CDC migration task. So if you go into this one, you will find the sources my PostgreSQL DB and the target is S3. So I'll go into this bucket and this is my bucket name CDC test CDC Postgres. Right now I have this test folder. I have this what I'm going to delete this one. Let's rerun this entire thing again. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this entire folder. So the entire folder is deleted now. So there is no record here. The bucket is empty now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to uh, go to the migration task. I'm going to restart this task from the beginning. So this is my migration task here. So I'm going to do a restart from the beginning. Okay. So I'm going to stop this and then I'm gonna do a restart from the beginning. So now the task is stopped. I'm going to restart now. Restart bar resume. So restart slash resume and I'm going to restart from the beginning. Restart the full load from the beginning. So I'm going to restart from the beginning. Start task. So this is going to restart from the beginning. And you could see the stable statistics here. So this is the old one. So now we don't have anything now. So here if you see now it's now showing us status starting. Let's refresh this page. This page it's going as starting. So if you see now here the status showing us full load 3 and 4. So because the new table has 3 records, the old table has 4 records. That's why you could see now here. And if you go into this 3 and 4, okay, still it's showing us. Now it's complete showing us load complete and replication ongoing. Let's go into the bucket and see. Let's go into the buckets. This discussed. It is the bucket here. I think this is the bucket test. So I think the other one is bucket, I guess. Let's go into here. If you go, if you click on this target S3 bucket, so target you'll find CDC test CDC PostgreSQL is the bucket name. Test CDC Postgres. I'm going to go into this one. Here you could see the both we have both the tables now, employee new as well as the old employee. If you click on this one, if you go into this one with PostgreSQL and if you run this query, you will find those 3 outputs. Similarly, if you go back and go to the employee table, employee folder, and just click on this one. Here you will find those 4 records. So in this way, so now we have 4 records here. So in that say your full load is completed. Now let's do what you go. Let's go and delete some record in the table and see whether that is being captured here. Already we saw, I mean, insert and updates captured. That was not captured. So what I do is I'll do some insert and update into both the tables and see whether it is captured now or not. Right now, still the task is showing us full load completed as replication ongoing. Still this task is running here. Let's jump into the Postgre and just do some manipulation in the tables. Right now I'm in PostgreSQL. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do insert again some record into the original table, employee table. So I'll do insert some 12, 1, 111 and 222. This is my new entry into the table. So this is I'm entering into my old table without the primary key here. So I'm going to run this one. I want to insert a 2 record. Let me run this query again. If you see here, like I have close to 6 records right now. So I'm going to delete one record from this table where ID equal to 7. I'm going to delete. Okay, I'm going to delete this record ID equal to 7 here. So that left with only 5 records right now. So deleted one record now. So now you could see only 5 records in this table. Similarly, I'll go into the new table. I'm going to insert 2 records into this table, the new table 13 and 14, which define the primary key in this one. And I'm going to delete one more record. Just let me run a query, select query again here, and select query. I have 5 records here. I'm going to delete ID equal to 2 here now. So let's quickly delete the record and see how it shows here. So right delete one record, and right now I have only uh, 4 records here. Let's see what happens in that DMS task now. I'm in DMS portal right now, so I did not do anything in this task. This task is still running. If you go inside the table statistics, here you can find 2 inserts and 1 delete. But I deleted in both the tables, but I could capture only delete only in that new table, because only the new table I have enabled the primary key, I have defined the primary key, but in the old table I did not define any primary key. That's the reason you see this delete is not captured in that old table. Only the new table has the delete is captured. Now let's me go into that S3 bucket. Let's me go to the test employee bucket. If you see here, the employee table. So we have this is the delta. This is the old table, and I have the delta file. If you go to delta file, and if you see here, we could see the 2 records. You could see the 2 records y 111 222 here. Both are insert. The first denotes the operations here, whether it is insert update delete here. Since I insert 2 record and deleted 1 record, only insert captured here. Delete is not captured because there is no primary key in the table. Let me go into the other table right now, the employee table, employee new table, and here I have defined a primary key. Let's go into this one and see the output here. Query with S3 bucket. You run the SQL query here. Here you could see I've inserted 2 record and deleted 1 record. 13 and 14 is the new record. Delete is captured. Delete is related to second where ID equal to. So I defined a primary key. That's the reason both I had inserted deleted captured here. So you noticed here in the delta file you will have this operation flag, operation indicator insert or delete, but when you go into the other file, right, the original file, the full load file, you don't find this indicator here. So if you see here, you don't find indicator here. Everything will be like you will have the ID and the name here. You don't have the indicator before, because original file is always going to be insert, so it's going to be that's the reason you don't find an I in front of that. But in case if you want to have a specific indicator in that file, what you can do is you can go to this DMS task endpoints here, and you can target, if this is the target endpoints, what you can do is go to here you can modify this modify here. What you can do is here you can add a new settings. There will be operation flag will be set here. There will be operation flag here. So this is the include operation for full load. So when you enable this particular flag here, then you will have this indicator in that file. If you want to test this, I think I need to stop and rerun again. Let me quickly do this one. So I'm gonna set this true here, true here, So I'm gonna say I think it will not allow me, I guess, because yeah, because the task is running. What I do is I let me stop this task. I'm gonna stop this task for the time being. I'll just make the changes again into that endpoints. Then we'll see how it works. Now it is showing us stopping here. I think it will stop. Let me go to the endpoint again. Click on S3 target and click on edit here. Modify. Then go to the settings. Add settings and this package file. Add operations flag here. Add operations flag for full load and set it true here. So when you set this to true, at the end at the beginning of that file record, you'll have the indicator there. Not successfully modified. Let me gonna restart this from the beginning, okay, so that you'll have full load now. Let's restart bar resume. Restart bar resume. Then click on restart. So yeah, one thing you have to do here is once you modify the endpoint, you need to test that endpoint, make sure it is working fine, then only you can run this one. Test this end connection. So now it is showing us testing. Once it's successful, let's restart that particular. So it's showing us successful. Let's go into evaluation task. Click on this one and then click restart bar resume. Restart resume. Restart means it's going to start from the beginning. Restart. So let's see. Let's go into this one. Stable statistics. So everything, this all thing will be goes off. Only you'll find the new record. Like only the insert will have. Like everything will only the full load entries you can find here. So yeah, go in here. Table statistics. Uh, the statistics here. Table statistics. Yeah, now it's doing this load is complete. If you see here, now we could see that 4 5 full load rows are here. Now let's go into the S3 bucket and you will see the output here. The test employee bucket, employee bucket. If you go to the employee bucket, so if you see here, this is the latest file. So if you see, this is the latest file, the full load file. Let me refresh this one, and this is the latest file. And if I click this one, and if you see the output, so now we'll find the I integrated in the front. Now when say insert the full load, it's going to be insert. That's the reason I mean, when you set the operator flag to true, then you'll have this indicator, so that you'll all the file time. I mean, the file will be unique all the time. You can have this. You can enable this option, but this apply only for the CSV file. If you change it to Parquet file, still you will not get this indicator. So right now this DMS is only doing for the CSV file. For Parquet file, you still will not get this indicator here. That's what documentation page also says. It's applied only for the CSV files. If it's a Parquet file, you will not have this indicator. So I've tested this one only for the CSV. It's coming, for Parquet it is not coming. And pretty much this is from the Postgres side. Apart from that, I want to discuss something like currently if you see this documentation page, uh, I've used the replication here. It's a logical replication. I've used the replication here. Like here, the replication I've used is the default one. So if you want to use logical replication, then there is like you need to use the plugin here. So for example, if you want to use logical replications, busy logical plugin, then you have to use this. You have to change the configuration here. Like uh, for example, if you want to use this PG logical plugin, in that case you need to change this shared preload library to PG logical in the parameter group, in the same RDS parameter group, so that and also the plugin will change to logical plugin. And if you see here, like right now what the application is using here is the default one. If you want to use PG logical plugins, you have to use this shared library to PG logical. The changes you have to do it in the parameter group. I'll just quickly show that in that in the PostgreSQL. So when you set this CDC, there is something called PG replication slot. This will be automatically created in that in the PostgreSQL server. I mean in the PostgreSQL. If you run this one, you'll find the slot name here. So here you will see that test plugin name is test decoding. So with the help of this only, the entire migration is happening, and then followed by you'll have this test decoding. This is the plugin I'm using. If you want to use a PG logical plugin, then you have to configure that one. Then it will change to the new plugin. This is what you could see here, and like here you could see like the catalog xmem, and you could see this confirmed flush LSN. Here you will show till what data has been returned to the target. So the right now the series that the series task is running. That's why you don't see this recovery checkpoint here. Let me stop this one. Let me stop this particular task. We saw some 4 to 48 in that in the Postgres, right? Let's see what comes up here, because till that point that particular the record has been returned to the target. Let's see what is showing up here. Now it is showing us stopping. When it is stopped, it will return that particular value into this particular the recovery checkpoint here. So now it is showing us stopped here. See, now you could see here the value for it's written here, like this is a recovery point, it is being written here actually. So till this point in that is till point in time, this record has been written here. What is showing is 4 on F0, 4 on F0. Let's go and check the 4 on F0. Since I have done only the restart, right? Like I just did a restart. That's the reason you could see that restart value here. I think if you do a CDC, then you will find that a flushed value here actually. Yeah, I've seen this one. Like this is sometimes based on that whatever you see in the SQL, PostgreSQL, the value will be reflected here. Now it is showing us that restart value ln here, but sometimes shows that flushed one also here. It depends upon like how it is being run here. Let's quickly see if I can do this configure a new plugin here. Let me go into this one and just configure the new plugin, and let me see that how it works. I can show that how it works. I'm gonna go into this parameter group, then I'm going to change it to PG logical here. Go into the RDS. This is parameter group. So now it is showing as value as PG stat statements. I'm going to change into PG logical here. So I'm going to change into this one, edit parameters. Go to PG logical here. Default one is PG stat statements. I'm going to change it to PG logical here. Save changes. So now it is being saved here. I'm just gonna reboot this one, reboot that instance. Let's reboot this one. I'm going to reboot this one so that this effect will take place. I think that's the only thing I need to do here. PG logical. Let's restart and see how this works here. Let's see the plugin also once it's done. I'm just refresh this one, and this is rebooting right now. So once it is available, then we'll rerun this migration task again and see what is the slot is being created in the PostgreSQL. Now the PostgreSQL is rebooted. Let me go into DMS task and redo with this. This notation is stopped here. And let me reboot this again, restart again from the beginning, restart, resume from the beginning, resume from the beginning. Let's see here how it goes. So I've used this PG logical now here. This PG logical I have configured now, this library. So let's see whether whether this is going to run or this is going to fail. Let's see. Going starting. Going to statistics. Statistics goes off. So here's it's showing us completed here. Yeah, it's showing us completed. So there's no error now. Let's quickly see it in the Postgres, see whether that the slot got been changed, that plugin got changed or not. So this PG slot, so this PG replication slot still gives you the slot name. So whenever you create a new replication task, automatically the slot will be created here, and this will take care of this restarting and resuming that task. So this values will be stored here, and this will be reflected into that task when you stop the replication task, and when you restart it based on the values, it's gonna restart the replication task. So that's use of this particular table here, this replication slot table here. So for PG logical, what I've did is I just followed the steps mentioned in the documentation page. So this is what mentioned there: create extension PG logical, and then just I was ran this one. Then after that, I just ran this particular catalog extension. You will find this entry in this table. Actually, the catalog table of this PG logical. So once it is done, then you're going to create a new task. So whenever you create a new task, the automatically you will get a new slot here. And if you, that's the reason you could see here when you create a new slot in DMS, that's the reason you could see previously that decoding was that is decoding, that was the default one. Now we are using the PG logical plugin here. So that's how we could create the PG logical plugin, and we can use this PG logical for the replication task. So that's what you could see here. Like I've added this library, that PG logical library, and then added this I ran this particular command, create extension PG logical. Then I ran this extension, this particular circle which shows the list of entries in the table. Then I create a new DMS task, and that's how it is create a new PG logical here. So this is my new task which I created for logical. So once I configure everything as per this documentation page here, first I'll set this plugin, shared library plugins to PG logical. Then PG logical to plugin. Then I ran this create extension PG logical. Then select this query. I ran this one just to verify the PG logical successfully. Verify this one. I ran this. After this is done, then what it is, I just go into this one, created this task 5, and this is gonna create a new replication slot and gonna do the migration here. Hope this helps you to do the migration from the Aurora PostgreSQL into S3 bucket. I've shown both the default replication as well as the PG logic application. And if you want to configure this, and also I mentioned about this indicator there, the operation indicator. If you want to show it for full load, you can use that indicator operation field to show it this full load. That's pretty much for this video, and thanks for watching.